For their take on the numbers and some of the data points, we bring in my political power panel, LifeZette senior political reporter Ashley Pratte, Republican strategist Sarah Isgur Flores, and Democratic strategist Basil Smikle. Welcome to you all. Basil, what does this imply for November, since you are a Democratic voice?
Right.
The fact is Hillary Clinton is still not, she's the presumptive nominee. People who believe in math think she's going to get it. But there's a lot of people saying, listen, Senator Sanders is almost like a terrier at her heels. Yeah. And California may be a challenge for her.
No, I think she wins California. I think she wins New Jersey. She's only 90 delegates away from clinching the nomination. So, yeah, I'm fairly confident that she goes into July, into our national convention with the delegates that she needs. And look, I think once both the Republicans and Democrats have their conventions, we reset a little bit. I think her negatives will go down, in particular compared to Donald Trump, as she starts talking more about policy, which he's incredibly
right now it seems like he is closing the gap. I agree that it's not, right this second, this is an unlikability contest, so both candidates have high unfavorables, but it seems as if people are getting used to him and really turning more negative on her.
Well, they're getting used to him in sort of the combative style that he's had and the way that he's sort of won this primary. But I think as the nation turns to, okay, what policies are you going to actually put forth? When he goes up against Hillary Clinton, I think voters will get used to the style and then start to become dismissive of what he can actually offer.
So, Ashley, there were other parts of this poll. Respondents had to rate each candidate strong leader, trustworthy, and cares about me. So Hillary Clinton actually scored worse than Donald Trump in the first two, essentially tying that third category. What is your take on that?
Well, what I think is interesting here, right, is this is great news for the Donald Trump campaign in the sense that he has been the presumptive frontrunner for a little over a week, and his numbers are already starting to look a lot better, which means that those people who said he can't do much worse, it's really starting to show, right? Everything that he has said has not hurt him yet, but yet her numbers are getting worse, which tells you that going into a general election, and it's contested right now as far as, she's the Democratic frontrunner, but Sanders is still in the race. She's going to go in tattered and torn while Donald can start to build up, his numbers. So I think that's what's interesting here, because her untrustworthiness can only get higher, whereas his is starting to get lower. His unfavorables are starting to get lower. So I think as he continues to work toward being that nominee and she's still in a primary, it's going to get a lot closer than we think.
So, Sarah, picking up there where Ashley left off, and I'm looking at this new Rasmussen poll as well, showing Trump's lead growing over Hillary Clinton. 42% say they would vote for Donald Trump over Hillary Clinton if the general election essentially were tomorrow. Hillary Clinton, though, still seems stronger with a few key demographics: women, African Americans, and Latinos. What is your take?
Well, you dig into those gender gap numbers and it becomes even more fascinating. She is leading among women by about 11 points, but Donald Trump is leading among men by about 22 points. So if you want to talk about a gender gap, Hillary is actually the one with the bigger problem right now. Now, we've got a long way to November, and as Ashley was talking about, her nomination isn't wrapped up yet. Expect her numbers to rebound, actually, a little once Sanders has been put out of the way. But her numbers
among men... He's not going quietly. He, at this point, a Democratic strategist, probably Basil included, feel like he is truly hurting her campaign at this point.
And
he's doing Trump a favor.
To go away anytime soon.
Not so sure.
Okay. Well, we're going to continue the conversation. Ashley, Sarah, Basil, stay with me. A couple other topics to cover. We'll be back to continue the conversation.